We are right at the 9 weeks mark here leading up to the 2015-16 college football regular season kickoff, and BetOnline released their lines for week 1 action yesterday. We covered a little bit of that yesterday, and now I've got another excellent handicapper, Dave Golohkov, on with us to chat about some of the biggest spreads we're seeing here at the Open. Dave, first off, can you give us a little rundown on some of the biggest numbers you're seeing on the board?
Yeah, there's some crazy numbers. As per usual, though, you got Georgia laying 33.5 against ULM, Arkansas laying 35 against UTEP, New Mexico State. New Mexico State is perennially a doormat. They're getting 38 against Florida. Texas State, 37-point dog at Florida State. USC a 29-point favorite, home to the Arkansas State Red Wolves. These lines are courtesy of BetOnline. Obviously, some huge numbers to lay in week 1. But again, this is just week 1 of college football. We see this all the time.
Absolutely, and I think so much can change between now and then, Dave. I'll give you a perfect example. Last season, the Ohio State Buckeyes opened as a 17-point favorite in that neutral site game versus the Navy. Then, boom, their starting quarterback, Braxton Miller, he got injured in summer camp, and that line dropped down to 13. A lot can happen between now and then, Dave. Is it really worth the picks right now? Would you put your money on the line so early?
Well, I think that game is a little bit different in the sense that that's one of the signature showdowns of week 1. It was last year, and there will be a lot of games like that this year. These are more mismatches, and Georgia could probably lose their starting running back, and the line wouldn't change. A lot of these lines factor in all sorts of wild stuff already. There's such huge mismatches. I can't really see. If USC lost their starting quarterback, I think the line would definitely change. But these are such big mismatches. BetOnline's expecting stompings, regardless of whether it's first, second, or third stringers on the field.
So then, should we wait for those lines to drop, Dave, or do you like an underdog in this situation for any of these big spreads?
I think there's some underdogs to look at. I don't know that I'd want to bet any of these now or later, unless you're giving me money to bet with Megan. But really, when you take a look at some of these lines, I think one that I'd keep an eye on is somebody like Georgia, Florida State. Teams switching quarterbacks. Florida is a team that's got a new head coach. If they look good over the summer in terms of what you're reading, obviously there's no preseason and stuff like that, but if they look good in terms of what you're reading and whatever highlights you can see off of practice cell phone cams, then maybe you consider laying some of these big numbers. It's so hard to handicap. Georgia probably covers 33.5 against ULM, whether their starting quarterback looks good or not. But a team like Florida, for example, I'm more hesitant to lay the number with them just because it's a new system, new coaching staff. It might take them a game or two for things to click in. So I would probably wait on some of these lines. But there's most of the time it's a tough case to make for these big dogs, as there's such massive mismatches really here.
Once again, expert handicapper Dave Golohkov talking about these early lines just released for NCAA football betting. Keep checking back in with us as the season approaches. We will be talking all about the best betting angles so you can start off your college football season right. You can only get the best here with us at Sportsbook Review.